what is chakra analysis? Chakra analysis is a shamanic Reiki technique that feels into the energetic field of clients to feel into each chakra and see and feel if it's spinning, moving, if there's a specific story of visualizations using that clairvoyance, or if there's a feeling or sensing if there's anything blocking it, doing some chakra spinning to really feel if there's residue that needs to be released or any other intrusive objects in the energetic field. And so chakra analysis ideally is done in at least 30 minutes so that you can really tune into every chakra. And then using the shamanic skill set, you're able to kind of get the story, get the visualization, get something from each chakra, and then give that feedback to the client so that they can work on learning how to open up that chakra, learn how to heal and flow into that chakra. Give them kind of a potent priority of saying, this is your number one chakra that needs healing the most. And so this is what I'd work on. But oftentimes the chakras aren't independent of one another. Oftentimes we were like, here's root and here's crown, and they're not affecting one another. Guess what? They are. All the chakras are wheels, and they're like gears. They're fitting into one another. So if one chakra is really blocked and shut down, it's going to affect the other chakras around it. And so those energetic flows, it might be like, for example, root, for example, you might have a really clear routine, and you have your calendar is dialed in, and you have your self-care practice, and there's the foundation is laid, but then there's the fear of money still there, right? So it could be flowing in one area, but there's this other area that it still feels stuck. It doesn't feel like it's flowing. And so your root chakra might feel flowing, but it could be better, right? And so in the chakra analysis, you're able to pick up on those attributes of going, yeah, okay, it feels like it's really moving, but there's just something that's kind of stuck in the gear, that's like slowing one part of it down. So it's not rhythmically flowing. It's like it's getting hung up on something. Well, that hung up on something, once we follow that intuition, when we follow that clairvoyance, it's like, oh, I'm seeing that there's bank account issues or whatever it may be, right? And so chakra analysis can be an excellent way to support your clients, to help them hone in on what they need to focus on. And that is something that we teach and develop over our Shamanic Reiki practitioner training. And, that program is 6 months. So we have a lot of time to, like, one, we're doing that self-healing work. We're dialing into our own personal development, our own spiritual development, developing those clairs. And then we're moving beyond that of becoming masterful practitioners and really being able to shamanic journey for others. Because this chakra analysis is essentially a shamanic journey, but you're following the flow of each chakra. Okay, so that can be a really beautiful development. So it's, unless you've taken, other types of mediumship courses or something, like, there's not a lot of emphasis on a specific way to do a chakra analysis, but it's so much dependent upon your spiritual gift development, those clairs, and going, how does it reveal itself to me and my body and my mind and my energy field? How is the chakra going to communicate? And that's so individualistic. And I think it's why I love doing longer term courses, is because I get to learn everyone's energy field and what their gifts are, and letting them feel into, it's not about comparing yourself to the next student. This is about your journey and how you do things. And so if your way of doing this is slightly different than a student, or your gifts are different than a student, that's okay. We're going to hone in on that. I've had students who are claircognizant, meaning clear knowing, but they don't get the visuals, right? They're not clairvoyant, they're claircognizant. And so when they do a shamanic journey, it's nothing more setting the intention, going into that meditative space, getting the answer, not just a knowingness, like, this is the answer, and coming back. And that's okay. That's a very powerful gift. And so there's an honoring of the individual attributes and not making everyone fit into the same box in any of our programs. And I think that is missing from so many other clairvoyant development programs out there, because there's typically this 5-step strategy or whatever it may be. And I'm like, yeah, those are all good tips, but what if they're not clairvoyant? What if they're clairsentient through and through? And they need to hone in on that. And I think that's why I love doing our coaching calls and our shamanic development calls inside our programs, because I get to tune into each individual student and go, this is what's going on for you. Try it this way, and giving those little tweaks so that they can hone in and further develop their practice. Okay, so if you're like, what the heck is this shamanic Reiki practitioner training I keep talking about? It's a 6-month program, and we're opening up early bird right now. And so if you're interested in the program, I'll go ahead and put it in the show notes. It's a beautiful 6-month course. And so if you have questions about it, go look at the webpage. And you heard about it kind of through this chat, but we're slowly kind of quietly opening up for enrollment. So if you've been on the wait list, or if you're interested, you want to grab that early bird price, we are open for a January 15th start date. So that's our plan. I'm super excited about getting a new round of students in. We currently have another round going who have just hit heart chakra. They're doing fantastic. This will be our 4th round, I want to say, of shamanic Reiki practitioner training. So it's dialed in. I love it. I love our students, and super excited for yet another round. So if you are like, I want to learn more, I want to see kind of a demo of how you teach, we do have a webinar coming up on December 8th on energetic cords and cord cutting. So definitely look for that in the show notes and our events, because that's going to be a really beautiful webinar that Shantel and I are going to be doing. Beautiful. Thank you so much.